Hey everyone, so I'm back again for our 11/11 portal day. I just felt the need to do a second video. So maybe about 2 years ago on November 11th, 2021, I did a twin flame reading. And the thing was, I was acknowledging that I was in a twin flame relationship and just speaking directly to the twin flame community. So I'm going to just give you my spin as to what are the signs of a twin flame relationship. So number one sign. When you meet them, it's very serendipitous. It's something that you could not plan. It's something that's like in a storybook, right? So it's this very romanticized, over elaborate collection of coincidences and synchronicities that allows you to meet them. So for me, it was meeting my love in Florida, and people kept on asking me like, why are you going to Florida? Why are you moving to Florida? I'm like, I don't know. I gotta move to Florida. So I moved to Florida and lived there for 3 years, and it wasn't until I got a job in Miami that I met this guy who was really, really fun and really, really sweet and was into writing just like me. Had really long-winded, animated conversations just like me, and found out that he lived right across the street from me. For 3 years. We moved in the complex at the same exact time, 2020, and we didn't meet until last year. So, and then also too, there's a big age gap. So if you are in a twin flame relationship, typically there's an age gap anywhere from about 5 to 10 years. As in you guys have, it's a huge age gap, whether it's him or her or her or her or him and him, however you identify as, but it doesn't matter. It's the divine feminine and divine masculine. And divine feminine, which is me, is the person who's usually intuitively inclined. The other person's intuitive as well, but this other one, the divine feminine, is more in tune with the spiritual side. They see all the signs, they recognize them instantly. They have that knowingness, right? The masculine energy, which is divine masculine energy, is more so into the physical. So they, in fact, notice the synchronicities, but also they're the logical side of everything. So very much masculine, very physical, very logical, very pragmatic, right? So now, mind you, I shuffled these cards and the same cards keep on coming up. So these came up earlier today. And they're coming up again. So we're just gonna read them for what they say, right? We're not gonna change them, but goddamn, like, so I'm just gonna roll with it. So you have Selena, the Oracle. This card popped up earlier today when I did the twin flame, when I actually did not the twin flame, but the visual manifestation meditation earlier today. So this was the exact card that popped up. And then what happened was these other two cards were right behind it, but I didn't read them. I just noted them in my head. So just now I just shuffled these cards all over again and they're coming up again. So Maya, which is the ancient grandmother card, teacher. I'm the teacher that leads with self-knowledge. And then we have the inner temple card. So this one is life lessons. I go with the shadows for deep spiritual growth. So what I've noticed about these cards in general, they're all talking about a higher knowing, a connection with spirit, a connection with the divine, a connection with God, a connection with your angels, your spiritual team. However, whoever is on the call, whoever is here for the call, right, of a higher purpose. The inner temple is how we go within, and we literally scan our entire lives, our entire auras, our quantum fields, everything to try to make sure we are living our best lives forward. So the best part about that twin flame journey is that there's a huge activation, right? So if you were avoiding something or there was some life purpose that you wanted to do, you for some reason have this like nagging desire to go for it, like literally just dive in. So that's also one of the signs. 3, telepathy. So me being a naturally born spiritual intuitive, I've been hearing people's thoughts for years, and just with people just thought I was good at finishing their sentences or blurting just interesting things that they were thinking. And then also too with the twin flame journey is the telepathy, right? So the telepathy is what drives motherfuckers crazy. The telepathy is what makes you think that you have to be with that person. The telepathy part is a part that is unmatched by any other relationship. Like, I've had relationships, and by me being psychic, yes, I'm able to hear what the other person is thinking. But the telepathy with a twin flame relationship is this: even when you're not with them, you still know where they are. You get a sense of where they're sitting, what they're doing at that time. You also deeply understand when they're speaking about you, like, or when they're thinking about you. You can actually feel it in your body. So that's why 1111 is such big importance to me, is because it's activation. There's a lot of twin flame activations that's happening right now within this world, within this community, that people are actually becoming alert to. So not that toxic stuff that you're seeing online about twin flames and obsessive compulsion thing that happens with the relationship. It's actually really a phenomena, which is supernatural, of how you can truly be in sync with someone. So what you'll notice too is synchronicities, right? So I graduated in 2011. They graduated in 2011. But we're not the same age, right? My family's fascination with sports, their family's deep fascination with the same exact sports. I remember certain teams that they're overly enthralled about are teams that my family always obsessed about, and we always watch game night. That's why I really, really like the Super Bowl. Things about me going to have training in Wisconsin. They lived in Wisconsin, but I was going to go there for a training, and at the last minute, someone talked me out of it. Fuck no. So it was like all these little things. I am moving to California, but I've always wanted to move in California. They were born in California, right? And they want to go back to California. So it's like so many different things going on. So I say this to say this one thing to you. Do not let anybody talk you out of your purpose. Do not let anybody talk you out of the things that you inherently know within. Inside of your temple, within your body, within your soul, everything is connected. Like, the body is within the soul, because the soul is this huge auric field. That's why people, when they say that they can see your aura, that's literally just your soul radiating from your body, because your body is within your soul. So because the soul is so big and wide, we're connected to our soul family. We're connected to our partners. We're connected to previous partners. That's why it's very important that you pay attention to who you're sleeping around with, because you become connected to them energetically and connected to whoever else they're either sleeping with or have slept with. So you just have to be very mindful of your energy. So because today is 11/11, I really, really, truly was kind of tiptoeing around the whole twin flame thing, and I was like, well, hey, this is how I got here, right? So this is how I ended up exploring this side of me, just to try to understand the twin flame connection and why it was so insane. And I literally was sitting up one night, I was like, why can't I get this person on my head? And I heard twin flame. I'm like, let me just look that up. And then found out all about it, and was like, literally like marking off each and everything on that line about how this relationship was destined to happen. And it was really for my activation. It was really for me to find my soul purpose. Yes, the relationship is heavily romanticized, and it is romantic. It actually is really, really fanciful, and it is a passion like you would, that I haven't had with anybody else. So, but the thing is, though, is that the biggest part is that you learn to go within, and you learn to have self-love. So the one thing that I will just leave for you guys, that if you are in a twin flame relationship, or if you're dealing with the twin flame separation, which is that one moment or a couple of moments in which you guys go your separate ways, as with the runner and chaser phenomenon, that you really go within and really do your deep healing for the things that need to be healed, whether you have any kind of old pains, karmic wounds, bonds within your family that need to be restored and repaired, that you use that time for that. So therefore, not only do you come closer with that vibration and closer with your twin, you actually really come closer with the self. And that's what it's truly about. It's about you really getting back to self, back to center, back in good with yourself, to where you are unbreakable and unshakable to everyone. That you really have a deeply unconditional, deeply divine love for yourself, and therefore that radiates and extends to others, because you can't love others properly if you don't love yourself. And you can love yourself, but don't just love yourself through the eyes of another, because when that person is gone, you're fucking broke or broken, However, so you guys let me know in the comments whether or not this has helped. And if you actually want a reading with me, I am doing readings all day, every day throughout the week, with the exception of Saturdays. And I have on here a 20% off discount for your first reading with me. If you use the code SOULFLOW on my Book Now page, which is right here on Instagram, and let your girl know. Other than that, happy 11/11 and happy Twin Flame 11/11 portals. Have a great day, y'all.